That would have been that would have been hard losing your grandmother, because often when there's different sort of structures in a family with different partners, different families, the grandparents are a big deal as far as keeping the cohesion together of the family, aren't they?
100%. I mean, she was definitely the rock.
Yeah.
You know, she taught us to be strong, sometimes in a way that wasn't always conducive. But to lose her was huge. So I had to step up into a space that she'd kind of filled a little bit, and for my daughter as well.
Yes.
But it changed the relationship we had. And that would be that big moment of, I can do this. So that was probably my, independence, working, getting your own money. No, I think it was, for me, I get to make the decisions. That was a big part of it.
How did you find I can do this?
Strengthening. I found it really empowering to, I could have chosen other ways to do things, but I wanted to be a wise woman from Wellsford Kaiwalker Way once told me, be the woman you want your daughter to be. So for me, it was really important to start to role model that. So I had to show strength and feeling good about myself and achieving in life.
Do you think social modelling is the same as role modelling? Oh, in terms of family.
Oh, I don't know. I guess because I think for me, really good question. Because role modelling can be your immediate people around you have that huge impact, whereas social modelling is more your social environment around you, isn't it? I don't know. Is that the right definition?
Well, it's sort of like doing the right thing so that your children see what you're doing. I see that as a social.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's really important.
Involved with the integrity of life, maybe more.
Yeah.
Just the role of mum.
Yeah, and the value systems we pass on to them. And for me, a lot of it is around social consciousness and ensuring that my daughter had a strong work ethic and was a good person, So
important.
Yeah.
So you say your values were very important, in your life that were passed down from your family?
Yeah, there's some I needed to shift. Like the value.
Like change.
Yeah, and evolution.
Yeah.
So, and I think as society changes and survival and what that might look like each generation and intergenerationally, that changes. So we kind of have to shift our mindsets a little bit around the environment we're working within.
Indeed we do.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I hope that answers your question, and I'm really in all pointed anyway. So you're really interested, was it the New Zealand Foundation, the Blind Low Vision New Zealand? Blind Low Vision New Zealand, so that's a big interest for you, of course, because of your sister. But yeah, when did you kind of notice those, the passions coming through for that kind of work? I think when I was quite young. My mother has always been a social activist, I guess. So it was always lots of conversations in the house, and they were avant-garde kind of parents. They did things because of passion sometimes rather than rational, this is what you're meant to do. It's fun. Yeah, it was certainly eclectic, but for me, questioning what is happening around me, critical thinking. What's my opinion on something? I need to understand it first, then I can form the opinion. That's really important. And I think all through my youth I had that. And when I was at school, I get called a feminist all the time. I don't see myself as a feminist. I see myself as a humanist. I think everyone should have an equal playing field to start with. And when I was at school as a teenager, not everyone did. And I saw that quite quickly, and I didn't understand that. So I started a group at school, mainly for women, young women, girls, teenage girls, my age, where we could come together at lunchtime and talk about some of the things that were quite challenging for us, and how we could support each other. That's really young doing that, So, and it got quite a groundswell, the group. And so we started to challenge this some of the things that were happening in a Catholic school run by brothers and nuns. And I guess that's when it really started to go off in my brain.
Wow. What was your first real, like I was thinking about earlier on in your life, what about the spark that actually pushed you and directed you towards where you wanted to go? Did it happen organically or did you plan it?
It was pretty organic. Planning came later. I did, I've always studied, and I did a master's in business and the MBA, and I was the only person from the NGO sector, the charitable sector, in the MBA, of course. And I did it on gender disparity at senior leadership level, because I've always, for some reason, looked around and gone, women aren't having the same outcomes as men, or women aren't having the same equality as men. So it's always sat with me. And I remember distinctly the first time that happened. And I would have been 4 years old. And I know, it's so clear in your mind. So clear, because I remember it was such an injustice. And I was on my little tricycle, and my dad had gone round to his mate's house 2 doors down, and his son was on his tricycle. We were friends, and we always used to play together on our tricycles. And we were going round in circles on our bikes, and this little boy, my friend, came up to me and said, "I want your bike." And I said, "Well, no, because I'm riding my bike right now." He said, "No, I want your bike." I said, "No, I'm riding my bike." And he said, "Get off your bike, woman." And I remember at the time thinking, "Oh no, something doesn't feel right." And that was my first moment of, are we different?
It sounded like instinctiveness.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely instinctive, because I couldn't articulate it. I just knew.
Not at 4.
No, but something was unbalanced. And that was my eye-opening moment. And from then on, I was always kind of watching, going, why did I feel something? And that feeling stayed. So I guess injustice or inequality, particularly around gender disparity, sat with me for a long time. It still does.
Right.